All right, welcome into Prop 5, the new show on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Skolnick. You can follow me at Ethan J. Skolnick and at 5 Reasons Sports. Got David Eversole. You can follow him at David W. Eversole. We're sponsored here by our friends over at Prize Picks. If you are outside the state of Florida or in 30 other states, you can use the code 5 still. Use the code 5, get your initial deposit matched up to $100. They're working on getting back into the state of Florida, but until they do, we know we have a lot of Heat fans and NBA fans who follow us from outside of Florida, places like Georgia, etc., where Prize Picks is still fully legal. So again, use the code 5, get your initial deposit matched up to $100. It's free money to play. There are no rollovers. Same rules apply. Just got to wait a little bit if you're in the state of Florida. We also mentioned, of course, if you're in the state of Florida and you want to put props on a marketplace, you can use the code 5RSN at Better Edge. That's with an O, 5RSN, and get $20 to play. All right, let's roll through it here a little bit. I guess what, 6 games on the slate tonight: Suns, Hornets, Heat, Pistons, Magic, Raptors, Clippers, Pelicans, Nuggets, Spurs, Hawks, Jazz. So 6 games. A couple are competitive. That Clippers Pelicans game is kind of interesting. The others look lopsided, although in the Heat's case, they're the team that's lost 4 straight. The Pistons have won 3 out of 4. Let's start there. What do we have on Heat Pistons? Because that's one starting up here pretty quick, along with Suns Hornets. Let's get those two. Anything on Heat Pistons jump out to you, David?
Yeah, Terry Rozier, 17.5 points. That's had a little bit of a bump. He's
Okay.
averaging 21 a game versus Detroit, and he's been over that 5 out of 6 games versus the Pistons as well. His only miss, he had 17 points in his last 6 versus the Pistons. I think he's going to be attacking, and obviously that Detroit defense isn't that great on the perimeter. So I feel like this is a game that Miami could maybe bring the Pistons back to reality.
So Rozier over 17 and a half. I'm just curious, what is Jimmy on the board?
Jimmy, hold on a second.
I'm
He
asking
was
this
like the
question because
least
you look.
favorite I had on the Heat,
Mhm.
but let's see where Jimmy is at currently. And these
The
are
reason I'm
considered.
asking is he's been bad against good teams this year and good against bad teams. So
He's
he
at
actually
22 and a half
okay. I might play it over tonight
on points.
simply
Jimmy,
because simply because he's basically, I hate to say it, he's kind of been stat padding against bad teams this year. I mean, he doesn't his numbers against the good teams. We did a whole podcast on this yesterday. Are not very good, so I might look at that.
his
Is there
last
anything on the
four
Detroit?
against the
Yeah,
Pistons 26, 27, 19, and 26.
yeah. So he's been over at 3 of the last 4. Anything on the Pistons side? Would you look at Cade Cunningham tonight?
I would look at Cade Cunningham and I would play Cade Cunningham. I'm going to take him over 25.5 points and rebounds, hit overall
Mm,
4 out of 5, 7 out of 10, including 2
okay.
out of 2 against Miami. So he's kind of the engine of that team, been playing really, really well lately. Love Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Obviously, we
Okay.
talk about Miami and, the point of attack defense, obviously, it could be a concern game to game. So, I really like Cade Cunningham in this one a lot. 99 of his
Okay.
last 15 as well, hitting 25.5 points plus rebounds.
Yeah, that feels fairly safe. All right, let's look at the other early game here. Anything jump out to you on Suns Hornets?
Suns Hornets got Eric Gordon for Phoenix.
Okay.
He's only at 10.5 points, rebounds, assists. He had 21
Okay.
points alone in their one matchup this year. So, and he
Okay.
played 33 minutes in that game. I feel like if he can get like 20, 25 minutes, he's going to go over 10.5 PRA pretty easily, maybe even on points alone. I'm curious as to why that line's so low, maybe just overall, but it's a very good matchup for him versus Charlotte.
Okay. Well, other games tonight. Let's see if there's one more here that might jump out to you. And I'll see it, tell you if I like it. I like the Eric Gordon one. The only thing with him is his minutes can be a little inconsistent with them, but
Yeah. It was
and
a
they
buy
could get off
low, I
to a
think.
big lead.
It was a buy
Yeah.
low kind of matchup combo play.
Okay. Magic, Raptors, Clippers, Pelicans, Nuggets, Spurs, Hawks, Jazz. Give me your favorite pick.
Clippers Pelicans. Third game in 4 nights for the Clippers. Going to New Orleans on a back-to-back. Pelicans defense is pretty good. I'm going to take Kawhi Leonard under 33.5 PRA. He's been under 4 out of 5 versus the Pelicans. So I know
He's
they've
throwing
had
the
a
Herb Jones matchup, I would assume, which is not a matchup most wings want to get. So I might be with you there on Kawhi playing him
it
under
just gassed. I mean,
tonight.
3 games in 4 nights is a lot in the NBA this
Yep.
time of the year.
Would you? We have. I guess the other marquee matchup, not from teams but from opponents. Jokic versus Wemby tonight. What are the props on there? Let's see if we can jump in on something there.
I mean, you feel like it's going to be a blowout, though. I mean, I just don't
Right.
see it not being a blowout. So, I mean, the numbers on Jokic are always so crazy. I mean, 26.5 points.
He only had 12. He only had 12 against the Heat the other night. He has really not been looking to score as much
Yeah,
lately.
I would probably
And
take that
Wemby guarding
under.
him. Yeah, probably. Probably. And
Is it-
what's Wemby's PRA? Do you see Wemby PRA there number
Yeah,
there anywhere?
let's see what we got for Vic. All right. His PRA is at 36.5.
I might play that over.
6 out of his last 15.
Just 6 out of his last 15?
Yeah. Last
I mean,
game,
I'm worried.
he
I'm
hit 35 last game, so
right. I mean, I'm worried about the blowout factor there also. Nuggets are 10.5 point favorites on the
Mhm.
road with a total of 223.5. I guess I might
So
stay away from that one and play the Jokic under.
yeah.
I think I agree with you.
I think the Pelicans might have a good run tonight against a tired Clippers team. So I would look at some of their offensive numbers as well. I liked Brandon Ingram over 5 rebounds.
Okay. Ingram over 5 rebounds. And what about Zion on the board? And we'll close with that.
What do we got for Zion?
This was easier for those who have followed us for a while and they're wondering why we're doing it this way. It's because we can't see the Prize Picks props in the state of Florida. We're hoping that that is remedied soon. We're going to bring some others onto the show who can see them prior to the show, so we
I
don't do
like
this in
him
real time.
over rebounds and assists at 11.5.
Okay,
I'll take him over that. That's even bumped up to 12. I would still
Okay,
probably play that at 12 for Zion.
yeah, feels fairly safe. All right, so let's go over some of the ones that you like. We both like Terry Rozier over 17.5 points. I like Jimmy over 22.5 points tonight. Again, he's been bad against
Jaime 10.5.
Jaime 10.5 feels fairly safe also. Kate Cunningham over 25.5 PRA. Eric Gordon
Points
over
rebounds.
10
Just points rebounds.
points of rebounds. I'm sorry. Eric Gordon over 10.5 PRA. Kawhi under 33.5
That
PRA.
number's been
Jokic
dropping all day for Kawhi. That opened around 35.5.
and Jokic under 26.5. Wemby kind of staying away from. Ingram over 5 rebounds and Zion over 11.5 rebounds and assists. Remember, if you're outside the state of Florida, you haven't opened an account yet, use the code 5 at PrizePicks and start playing right away. Is still legal in 31 states. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. More NBA action over the weekend. Good luck, everybody.